that's off.
Be careful not to drop the screen when you lift it off.
And be careful with the spire nuts aware.
And the spire nuts are underneath this rubber. Quite an intricate piece of metal, angled slot hole for the radiator attachment like that. This is the radiator, and the pipes go through there. Here's a clever idea, how to get the washer down that tube and into the spigot so that you can attach the nut held in the socket set. With the washer on the bigger one, put this against the end of the pin like so and push. Again, keep these screws separate because they're different lengths. Fiddly.
Yeah, just a bit.
In order to release the leg protector, you have to first of all undo the bottom, and the point about the bottom screw is it points upwards. This one, under here. And once that's unscrewed, you then lift out the bottom of the leg protector. That's it, swing it out.
There, it's gone.
And there it is. Again, the bottom is pointing upwards.
If you can find it in the dark. Yeah, there you go.
We then have to take this infill panel off and also that. So we do the infill panel, which is this rubber.
This one?
Yeah. And those screws there, so they all lift out. And there's a bolt there that holds that part in. You see carefully remove the infill panel
without scratching the tank.
Right. Same with the other side.
A bit of corrosion in the tank there. Okay.
To take the panel out. Now let's remove the instrument panel, which are these two cross-headeds, one on each side. Now as you remove the instrument panel, you've got to be careful not to lose the spire nuts. Here we go.
see them,
You can see the spire nuts.
which would be harder if it was in one piece.
Fortunately, this piece of panel is actually split in the middle, so it makes it easier
It's not supposed to be split though.
not to lose. And watch for the wires. Thoughtful BMW means that they're colour coded, one colour for one side and the other for the other side, and just yank it apart.
Weddle it.
There we go. Yours will be in one piece. Maybe that's easier.
I don't.
One of the final things we have to do is to free off the bigger X frame, which is here, which is held by 4 bolts, 2 on each side, one at the top and one in there at the bottom next to the horn. And be careful when you're doing these. What was my keys? When you're doing these top ones, that you don't have that happen. That's obviously happened here with a bump on the fairing, and of course the moulding has split.
Or he's used too much tension on
the bolt. There's the bottom bolt. So those are the bolts removed, and it is possible now, once you've done the undoing of the winkers and the headlamp and the side lamp, it is possible just to lift it off one-handed with one person. Carefully withdraw it.
Careful not to scratch it.
And put it down somewhere nice. Note the position of the cable clips, and note that every wire is labelled. This rubber grommet here can be a little problematical to get in, and then remember there's another grommet behind it there for the other wire. So to get that through that slot to pull out is difficult. With this part removed from there and the tank moved back, it's easy to get, well, not easy, but it's possible to get at these incredible nuts here, which have a captive nut behind, as you can see, to fit this bracket or defit it. So we put that back in there and then we attach that to there. Now, it's essential to locate this strange shaped piece of rubber, and it goes that way in there, because that's the nut, the top fixing nut. It's best to attach this bracket before you fix this or unfix it, but it's best to put some kind of juice on there just to make it slip under, because you don't want to be taking this off, this piece, which does come off. When detaching this bracket, it's best to lift the tank a little bit to get at it. Left hand side fairing, attachment bolt to the crankcase at the top and at the bottom. Now that you've removed your fairing, you'll probably want to make the bike look neat as a naked version, so you'll need several parts. You'll need the cockpit backing panel and the cockpit trim panel. You'll need the shorter, lower handlebars. You'll need the bar-mounted mirrors. You'll need the round headlamp, of course, this fella here. And you'll also need the special bracket which is used to hold the radiator fairing and the brake feeds that go round the top of it from the radiator. And you'll also need the fairing parts for the side. You might not need the cat. She likes a bit of chlorine flavoured water. Don't you, Lizzie?